He drives a Ferrari. She wears a Rolex. Their Instagram shows luxury vacations, five-star hotels, designer clothes. Must be rich, right? Not necessarily. Welcome to one of the most eye-opening chapters of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Wealth is what you don't see. In this chapter, we challenge everything you think you know about what it means to be wealthy, because the truth is, the richest people in the world might be sitting quietly next to you, and you'd never know. Let's dive deep into this powerful illusion, how it controls your financial decisions, and how to break free. Morgan Housel starts this chapter with a fundamental insight. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Let that sink in. Most of what we associate with being rich, cars, watches, clothing, even homes, is consumption, not wealth. Key difference. Wealth equals the money you don't spend. Richness equals what you show the world through spending. The problem? We mistake rich for wealthy. When someone buys a Lamborghini, we think, wow, they must be doing well. But the fact that they spent that money tells us only one thing. They had money, and now they have less of it. You see the product. You don't see the savings account. You see the suit. You don't see the debt. And because we can only observe what people buy, we often admire the very behaviors that destroy wealth. Why we confuse wealth and richness. Let's go deeper. Why do we fall into this trap of equating luxury with wealth? 1. Visibility. Bias, we can't see a person's net worth. Emergency fund, retirement savings compound, interest building quietly. But we can see their new iPhone, their designer bag, their Bali trip photos. So we admire what we see and imitate it, even if it's just a mirage. 2. Cultural programming. Modern society equates money with spending. From movies, ads, music to influencers, we're taught to associate status with display. Spend more, look successful. But that leads to financial fragility. Because every rupee spent is 1 rupee less saved or invested. 3. Emotional shortcuts. People don't buy things to show others how rich they are. They buy things to feel respected, powerful, attractive, secure. That's why luxury brands thrive. They don't sell products, they sell identities. Real wealth is invisibility. So what is wealth? Morgan Housel defines it as, wealth is the nice cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the clothes foregone, and the first-class upgrade declined. Wealth equals assets minus liabilities. It's savings, investments, passive income, financial safety, optionality. And here's the twist. The more wealth you build, the less you need to show it. That's why truly wealthy people often drive regular cars, wear normal clothes, and avoid the spotlight. They don't need approval because they already have freedom. Real wealth is quiet. It's invisible. It's patient, it's personal, and most importantly, it's protected by discipline, not display. The cost of displaying wealth. Here's where Housel gets brutally honest. The cost of showing off wealth is often debt stress, no emergency fund, no investment growth, delayed retirement, constant anxiety. You're living on the edge for an image. People are chasing status they can't afford, to impress people they don't know, in ways that don't actually work. Let that sit. The pursuit of perceived wealth leads people away from actual wealth. How to build invisible wealth. Now let's flip the script. Here's how you can start building real wealth, the kind you don't see. 1. Stop trying to impress. You don't need to prove anything. Let your bank account grow quietly. 2. Value freedom over appearance. Would you rather have a shiny car and a heavy EMI, or a basic car and the ability to quit your job tomorrow? Choose control over clout. 3. Practice self-discipline. Learn to delay gratification. Invest instead of upgrading. Save instead of scrolling. Celebrate the unseen. Learn to admire. The investor who quietly holds the saver with no debt. The parent who chooses time over titles. These are the real role models, not the ones with the most likes. The psychology of saving. Many people think, why save now? I'll start when I earn more. But if you can't save on 30,000 rupees, you probably won't save on 3 lakh rupees either, because saving is a behavior, not an amount. And here's the secret. The ability to save without a specific reason is a superpower. You don't need to save for a car, for a trip, or for a home. You can save for freedom, for peace, for options. Morgan Housel says, the ability to save for no specific reason is the cornerstone of building real wealth. Here's a quick recap of Chapter 9. Wealth is what you don't see. It's savings, investments, and freedom, not watches, cars, or social media flexing. Impressing others is a poor financial strategy. Most people aren't thinking about you anyway. The richest people are often the least obvious, because their wealth is hidden, compounding, and protected. You don't need to look rich to be rich. In fact, that might be the biggest trap of all. So the next time you see someone showing off their new toy, ask yourself, are they truly wealthy or just broke in disguise? But here's a deeper question. What happens when people start comparing themselves to others who aren't even real? When envy becomes the driver of decisions, even if the target is imaginary. In the next chapter, we dive into Save Money, where we explore why saving money isn't just smart. It's emotional armor. Do you really need a reason to save, or is saving itself the reason? Stay tuned for Chapter 10, where we answer that and more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What's something you stopped buying to build real wealth?